So I assume you understand the language game method by now. You have a language partner or you have an idea on where to find one, and you are ready to start speaking in your target language. Let's now talk about the hardest part of this method, the beginning. Actually, this is not inherent to only this language learning method. Anytime you want to learn something new and it takes some significant amount of time to learn it, you need to form a habit and keep practicing. Let's say you want to learn how to play the piano. Of course, the beginning will be the hardest. And what will be even harder is to keep practicing for the first few days. But on the other hand, once you can play a few tunes, you will be more motivated, and more importantly, you will have formed a habit by then, when let's say you have decided to practice every day for 1 hour or longer in the evening. This habit will be very weak at the beginning, but the longer you stick to the habit, the more natural it will become to you. The good news for languages is, it's not as hard as learning how to play the piano. And there's more good news. You are not alone. Your language partner is going through the same difficulty at the beginning, and by gamifying it, there's also something to win and to lose. So this makes it easier. Now, before the beginning, there's actually one step you need to take. To start talking with your language partner, you need to be able to know some basic sentences in your target language, such as, I'm hungry, I'm tired, what will you do tomorrow, yesterday I went to the park, sentences like these. This is an A1 level. If you are a total beginner and don't know any words except maybe hello or thanks, I would recommend that you and your language partner first use Duolingo for around 1 month to nail these sentences. This time, try to always read out loud what you are reading, so that you can already get used to using it later on with your language partner. Once you already have a basic level of your target language, you can start speaking with your language partner. If we assume that you and your language partner are both Germans and now you're talking in basic Japanese with each other, of course this will feel very awkward and unnatural at the beginning. Your brain will tell you, this is wrong, just use German. But that's fine. Always remember, you are playing a game. Don't try to motivate yourself about the language learning progress, which takes time and you just feel discouraged when thinking on how long it will take you to reach fluency. From the first moment, motivate yourself with the goal that you want to win against your language partner. And the result will be very tangible, since you will win something at the end of the week if you just keep using the target language. So focus on the game from the start and respect the game rules that you agreed on before you started playing. I personally go all in from the start, but what you could also try is to slowly increase the amount of time that you are using your target language. For example, if your language partner is a classmate and you often hang out on campus, you could say that in the first week and second week you will only use your target language while you walk together outside on campus. Once you are inside in the building, you can switch back to your native language, and then in the third week you can say, even in the buildings you will talk in your target language, but once you take a seat, you switch back to your native language. So of course, you can also adapt the rules over the weeks. Another tip is to agree with your language partner that this is just a 1-week experiment. And then after 1 week, one of you loses and the other one wins, and after this you can decide if you continue or not. The most important thing to remember for the beginning is that it will be very hard, totally unnatural and awkward. So expect that and be mentally prepared. It will be very weird. Let me rephrase that. The first hour of the first day will be the hardest, and after that it will slowly but surely get easier and easier over the days and weeks. So please remember that this is just the beginning. The more time passes, the more natural it will become. Eventually you will just keep speaking the target language, even in places and times where you had agreed you don't need to speak it. An analogy to this is jumping into cool water in the ocean. At first it's cold, but after getting used to it and some swimming, it feels perfectly fine. In the next video, I will tell you how quickly you will see the first results.